Welcome to the second Shipcast, official podcast for the Shipcraft Minecraft server.
Waffle.
I actually got it right there. What?
Waffle, you gotta restart that.
I gotta restart it?
Yeah, I'd like more enthusiasm in your voice.
I smiled. Please. I blinked.
Hi, welcome to Ship.
There we go.
Nah, that sounds too cheesy.
Dude, we want you to be enthusiastic, not gay.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to edit this out.
No, why?
I don't know. Okay, so, yes.
You can make some extras section. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Welcome
Let's go.
to Shipcast, official podcast for the Shipcraft Minecraft channel server. This is the second one, and we've got...
I'm Batman.
Yeah, okay, thanks. I'm Waffle Chef, is the same as last time. You've got Batman over there in the corner.
Shipwreck.
Yeah, you could say I'm Shipwreck, not just Shipwreck. Like, you see what
Whatever, they get it.
And
Batman stands in no corner.
We've got our newest staff member with us today. She's a moderator. She came from a different server, and we've decided that she's going to be staying here. So, would you like to introduce yourself or not?
No. I'm Stace.
Yes, you'll see her as Stace Lynn, although I think she has a nickname currently.
Yeah, it's a pretty rainbow one.
Yeah, so look for the pretty rainbow that's flying through the sky.
Yay!
But she's good for the
Yeah,
server,
bug
though.
that staff member, not us.
Yeah, bug her about everything, because she knows everything.
Basically.
So I think we should start with plugins. So, Ship, what plugins have been added since the last one?
Put me on the spot now, right?
Stace, what plugins have been added?
She doesn't know.
Think fast.
The thing is, most of the plugins that have been added are things that either the players aren't going to notice or for donator ranks, since we worked on those a little bit.
Okay, well then let's talk about the donator ranks. We've recently added 2 donator ranks, right? It's just the 2 of them right now?
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
So
there are 2 donator ranks.
Ranked. Okay. We've got donator level 1. If you get donator level 1, it's $20, but it's for your whole Shipcraft crap career. Dang it. Dang. So it's $20, and it doesn't have a time limit like VIP did, so it's not just for 30 days, it's for as long as you play Shipcraft. Your name is blue with your magic chat squiggles. You have the ability to have 3 plots in our newest creative world, as opposed to 1. This also means you don't have to be a member to go into the creative world. This overrides that. You will gain access to our...
In other words, when you donate, you are converted into a pure entity of awesomeness.
Yeah. So you get access to the Skyblock world, which is one of our new plugins as well. Could have talked about that. Skyblock is like kind of like a mini game. You guys can look it up on Google or YouTube or the AOL. Someone uses that. That's 90s.
It's a really thing.
It's really 90s. You get the ability to set 5 homes, which is super useful. So you can have one at your spider spawner, one at your house, one at your...
Especially for raiding.
Yes. You get access to /hats. You can put just about any block on your head. Personally, my favorite is the chest because it looks funny. Anyone else have a favorite?
Although everybody does the diamond block. I think everybody does the diamond block.
I think the flowers look the best. But I'm a girl.
I've never actually seen the flowers.
No, the lever.
Bling, might as well flash around.
The lever just kind of jams in the back of your skull.
It's like a big key.
Yeah. You get.
If you do fence, it looks like a.
Oh, it does look like headphones, yeah. Which actually looks
get some cool Dre beats all up.
Yeah. So you get access to /backpack. This is all part of donator level 1, which is basically 9 extra inventory slots. These aren't safe from death.
Yeah, say what you're thinking about, Chip?
What?
Yeah, do you want to say what you're thinking about?
No, not really. Not at this point in time.
Oh.
I'm sure Stace gets it, but...
Yes.
It's 9 extra inventory slots. They are not safe from death.
Wallet.
Yeah, it's your Link wallet. You also get access to /workbench, which is a virtual crafting table, which means you don't need to have one with you anymore. You can just automatically do that. You get access to /nick, which gives you a nickname. We've recently removed that due to no one could tell who anyone was. And you get access to real name, which is you can find out if someone has a nickname, you can figure out who they are by doing real name. You've also got a second level donator, which is $40. However, if you spend $20 on the first one, we'll have this set up sooner or later. The donor level 2 will only cost $20 as opposed to $40 if you're coming from donor level 1.
To do an upgrade.
Yeah. This means that you're going to have a gold chat name, which is going to stand out even more than us admins. You're going to have 6 plots in the creative world, which is a huge amount. You'll have access to Skyblock. You will be able to set 8 homes, so you'll never walk anywhere again, basically. /hat.
Never have to sleep on the streets again.
Yeah. You have more homes than Donald Trump. You get access to item database, which it shows you how many uses a tool has before it's going to break, so good for those repair junkies out there. You get access to /backpack, /workbench, /nick, /real name. And this is the big thing. You're going to get access to log block lookups. So you're going to be able to figure out who placed or broke blocks yourself. So if someone griefed you, you're going to be able to tell who it was. They
won't be able to do anything about it like rollback, but...
No, of course not. But you're going to get access to mob disguise. Ship, you're the one who knows more about that, so what is it that they...
with mob disguise, I haven't actually finished up setting up the permissions on it, but it will be there.
But what are you planning on giving them permission to do?
Disguise themselves?
But as what? As anything?
No, not anything. Of course, there's a few things that I don't want them disguising as, but...
The Wither.
Haven't decided yet, Waffle. Jeez, don't you understand that?
No, I don't. And then finally, you get access to /recipe. So it'll give you the recipe to any of those tricky items like cakes or pistons, which I know I personally have trouble with. Indeed. So are there any additions to the donating area besides please donate? Anyone?
Additions? What?
Well, do you have anything to say?
We've already had one person donate. We've already had one person donate for first rank of donator, and that is Penguin Miner, because he is epically awesome.
Thank you, Penguin Miner. Shout out.
Thank you. All the staffs love you. I think we'll keep you on the server for a bit.
Next, we can explain Mob Arena was recently down, specifically Sword. We were doing some maintenance on it because apparently there were some exploit areas, such as the large house, where mobs weren't spawning near that, so you'd be able to just sit there endlessly on wave after wave after wave. So that's why that was down. We're working on getting that fixed as soon as possible. New plugins we talked about. Staff members. We've gotten 3 new staff members in the past week, 2 of which were today. So we've already introduced you to Stace. We've also got Penguin Miner and Lexi Madness? Lexi Madness, yes.
Lexi.
So they're going to be patrolling the streets, watching for you bad guys out there, so more to watch out for.
3 very responsible people, and we love them. We are still accepting applications. We'll just toss it in the forms, and we'll look at it when we need new fees. If we need new status.
Yeah, and you don't need to pester us about looking at your application. When we need people, we go there, we look. If you have something that we need, we'll accept it.
And we'll post in that form that you've been accepted, or we'll tell you. Most of the time it does take some time, though.
And there's 2 promotions also that you forgot about.
2 promotions?
Mm-hmm.
Who got promoted?
Tom? Project?
Oh, yes, Tom and Project. Well, you could have just told that. Tom and Project got recently promoted from helper to moderator rank, which means they're even more fearsome.
Not yet. They're not promoted yet. We need to have Lexi and Penguin pass their test.
I actually tested Lexi earlier, so...
Oh.
But, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, she with flying colors.
You're making this difficult. I've been very quiet today, thanks to Dart.
Moving on.
Oh, yeah. We're now going to be renaming the server to Shipcraft to make it easier on myself.
Yeah. Shipcraft.
No, just kidding on that one.
But speaking of renaming, you did recently God, I can never remember the word for this.
Oh, yes. I registered a domain name for us, so now you can connect to the server using shipcraftmc.com. You can also get to our website using that same address. So people should start using that to connect to the server instead.
The biggest thing that you were telling me was that even if we ever had to move to a different host, like recently we had to, it wouldn't be even noticeable if you guys use this shipcraftmc.com, because you wouldn't have to change IPs again.
Yeah, I would just forward the new domain name, or the domain name to the new IP, and you would just tag along with us.
Which is awesome. I know that disrupted some people's
Didn't
lives.
even notice the bump.
So, things that we need to talk about. Server questions, I guess, would be the next thing we'd need to do.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we're going to kind of go down the list here.
Quickly.
Do you want me to go down the list?
Sure. Dark, take the lead.
Okay, first on the list of questions or comments that were posted on the website are... First one, posted by Savvy. Will there be any new events on the server? Funny, exciting, or competitive?
Yeah, I imagine there would be.
Yeah, we're still a phase where we're developing the server, but we seem to have reached the plateau where things are almost fully developed, such as economy, and our plugins are almost fully established. And I expect that Ship will have events to make things more interesting around here.
Yeah, and speaking of exciting or competitive, there's a plugin. I don't know if I spoke about it last time, but Time Bomb. Still trying to get it running.
Oh.
But you guys should Google that because it
looks
like
so
a lot
cool.
of fun.
It is so cool. Next
Next
question.
on the list, posted by Saber Mythic. Yeah, I just want to say that the server is really great and that you guys do a fantastic job on it, but one of my concerns is that the grieving. I'm not entirely sure of what it is and if it is a bad thing, but it still worries me. I live in a faction called Bahamut Village. I'm not sure if you've been there or not, but I want to succeed in building a great town, and I just don't want anything bad happening to it. I would really appreciate if you could give me an answer, thank you. I'm not really quite sure about the question, but I think he's asked griefing and what he can do to prevent it.
Yeah, I have been to that town. Actually, I think I was there today. Not town, faction. Yeah, but as long as your stuff is faction protected, you're pretty safe. We have LWC for protections now, so you can lock anything, or door, chest, furnaces, stuff like that with /lock.
The best way to protect yourself is to make your coordinates hidden. Never publish your coordinates to anybody else unless they're trusted. Highly recommend building your faction far away from spawn. And moving on. Mechadroid asks, can I join the Shipcast from a normal player's perspective?
We may be bringing people in.
Yeah. I don't know if he means just to listen in or if he wanted to be part of it, because I don't think I've ever heard Mech talk on Mumble.
Neither have I.
Has he? No. I think maybe he means like listen to it live. If so, yeah, I would like to make a room where people could come in and listen to it live.
I would not oppose
if you
that.
use Mumble and you talk, every week we'll have a guest on. Today it's Stace. Last week it was Vanro. We'll eventually get around to you as a guest if you really want to start on Shipcast. Moving on. Lord Gods asked a bunch of questions.
Most of which are
them
stupid.
seem pretty stupid. So moving on to Jason. I'm just saying, but the only thing you get to do with members /me, I know it makes people donate, but what about these? Oh, well, I don't really know that. We've got so many donator perks already that we just added. So
the one thing about member though is we are planning on bringing it back up to its glory that it was.
Yeah, within the next couple of days, I want to do a whole revamp on the member rank. And fix that all up. I would also like to make changes to the the voting system. I don't know if people like the random item thing that we had before. If I could find that, I'm going to try and bring it back.
I loved it. So
yeah,
I personally loved it because I got the items from all those votings.
Yeah.
Moving on to Project Termina, who asks on ranks plus voting, making it so that a set amount of votes makes you a member rather than a 1 in 300 chance whenever you vote. A lot of people have complained about that because they'll vote like 60 times and they won't get member. Well, it's a 1 in 300 chance
1 in
to
200
obtain member,
actually.
and we can't have.
It's
1 in
been
200?
changed to 1 in 200. But yeah, like I answered to Jason, we're gonna do a revamp of the member rank system and the voting system.
One of the biggest issues, though, is why it can't be a set amount is because we can't seem to find the script that allowed us to do that.
Yeah, so we're patting down our pockets right now and trying to find it.
I don't have anything in my pockets.
Banro asks, is there ever a chance we would do Tony, like, if they updated? Made Tony better, I'm assuming, is what he's asking.
I don't know. I'd be kind of scared to try it again, but right now I don't think so.
If they were to do a huge amount of updates, though, so that it caused less lag and stuff, I wouldn't be opposed to it, to going back. But
We're very
Yeah.
stable on factions, though. We're very stable right now. Any major changes in our own faction system could tip things very askew and make it make things a little bit difficult for us.
But on that question, actually, I've been looking at a plugin called Symbol Clans. If you guys want to look that up, it's basically a clan thing. You make clans, kind of like factions, but you're able to set a lot of your flags. There's PvP tracking things. You can see how many kills people have gotten. You can promote people in it. Neat little plugin. So if anything, I would try that. And actually, I'm testing it on our old server right now.
All right, Savvy asks two-parter question again. Another question, is there ever going to be a young staff? For example, like a 13-year-old kid that is staff? And the answer is yes, because assuming that they are trustworthy and they are loyal to the server. The next part of the question is, Savvy was recently banned and is asking what he can do to come back to the server other than buy the $30 unbanned fee. And right now, there's nothing you can do, Savvy. You're banned forever. Sorry about that. Okay, moving on. Banro, combat tag.
Well, the thing with that one is that, there's been so many instances of banning and being caught, and, every time it was, all right, we're going to unban and, don't do this again. Oh, no, promise. And next thing you know, caught again. But yeah, moving on.
We've given Savvy so many chances that it's, Okay, moving on. Vanro asks about combat tag, which is a plugin. Ship, elaborate.
No, not Ship. Stace.
Yay!
Stace.
Well, combat tag, it puts you into however long the timer you want it to be. As soon as you get hit by somebody or you hit somebody else, you're put into combat tag. And if you log it while in combat tag, you're instantly killed. You can also set it so that there's certain commands that you can't type out while you're in combat tag. Yay!
Yeah, it's
Hey.
Rain.
PvP logging and...
Yeah.
Rain asks a good one. Dear Shipcraft staff members, what are your real names? Do we want to reveal our real names?
Who's
You're
Rain?
Bruce
Where?
Wayne. I didn't even see that.
Where do you see that?
It's at the bottom here. Posted in the post. Posted at the bottom of the newsfeed.
Come get to know us on Mumble,
Yeah.
and chances are you're going to learn our real names regardless, but I'm not going to go out and broadcast it.
But
Okay.
Dark Lexic is Jean-Luc.
Jean-Luc.
It's Enrico Suave. Waffle, wrap it up.
Yeah.
Wrap what up? Oh.
Be safe.
Yeah. So, couple of wrap-ups here. A reminder, join Mumble, guys. Come talk to us. Anyone who's got a mic. I know a lot of you use Skype, but if you come join us on Mumble, you get to meet us, because we're celebrities.
There's lots of room.
There's lots of room. We're up to like 16 people. We actually got a couple of new members today. Well, not today, but the last few days. Dang Awesome recently joined us. Zuna Uchiha and Love Muffin. They've
Love
all joined
Muffin.
us. And they're all super awesome people. So come join us. Go ahead.
And we don't mind hamsters.
Oh,
if you're young and you have a high voice, we won't bug you too much about it. Too much.
Chip, now is the time that you're supposed to say something.
Oh, I got nothing.
I thought you were going
Don't
to say
worry,
something.
we got a fabulous
No.
editor.
Yeah, fabulous. We're still open to plugin suggestions. We've got a whole forum area set up to that. Speaking of which, feel free to use the forums, guys. They're there for a reason. There's lots of cool things to do, such as recently we put up a who's the best staff forum poll. Everyone should go and vote for that. And we'll see who's the best staff
Waffle,
member.
I see no need for this thread. I mean, obviously everybody knows that the best staff member is Batman, aka Dark Lexic.
Yeah, why
Batman's
is he
disqualified?
Except that you put Dark Lexic in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you say Batman's disqualified, but then you put Dark Lexic in it.
Nobody knows.
So I think
Way to
that's
go,
everything.
Bruce.
Right,
Yeah,
Bruce
I think
Wayne.
that's everything we wanted to talk about today. Thank you, Stace.
That was a lovely Shipcraft, everybody.
Thank you, Stacelin, for being on the server. And now get out of my face.
Yeah, and you need to
Scram.
stay here too.
Yeah, you need to stay everywhere.
Well,
Thanks
it
for
is an
listening.
honor to be here, so.
We're kidnapping you.
Thanks for listening, everybody.